Angeles and the Seattle Seahawks. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check, 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 check. Check the backer, check the backer. Ship, ship, ship. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Jam, 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 jam. Go, 40. Check 3, check 3.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Block that. Mike 8. Hey, 0. Let's go, T. It's going to be a long day.
Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
Watch it. Yeah. Motion to the backfield. Yeah.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Sponge! Go!
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
X3, 218, chop.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Watch twins.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 24. Watch 24.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Fournette, a first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 7. Second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Check.
They'll run with Fournette, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Carl Nassib on the tackle. The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Touch 50, touch 50. Switch gears. On your team. All go special. All go special.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Show it up. 13, spill. Whip. Leo.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 22.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
36 power.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Seahawks nothing.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Niners get over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Breida. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey. Hey, Foxtrot. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And
using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, here's Breida. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
14. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the 29, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm coming for you, son. Switch.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return is Pettis. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Breida, he'll try the right side. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 40 now on second down. Minshew, man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. This is Breida. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, Sam off. Ready?
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about him right here.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Go on.
He's checking crack.
Snap.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A gain of 14. First down, 49ers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Minshew, man open, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Okay, break.
49's the money. 49's the money. Bandit.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, Haywood.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Get him. Get him. Get him. 49. 49, guys. Mike. 49.
Come on, hey, orbit.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Look, squeeze.
Tight up. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Robert Kimdichie and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
What? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. It's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
14, find it.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Mike 8. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
One flat. Good touch.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Go, 14.
Here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3 down.
Go.
My game.
One flat.
Danny.
Go.
Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Hey, alert.
Kill. Check.
Good.
Wilson throwing on third and long. This complete to Lockett. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Got it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, here's Coleman. And some room to maneuver. And out across midfield down to the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, San Francisco.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
60 outlaw, Bravo.
Come on, come on. Mike's 49.
Now.
Here's Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
60 more.
1-yard gain.
61. Matchbox lights.
On the Seahawks 44-yard line.
Five.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
First and goal.
He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Coleman takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air. Only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Coleman now. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. 49.
Look at me. Zipper.
That's what I do. 49. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
From the 38, Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Weapon.
49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Go. Go. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Nice, sweetheart.
Look at me. Go.
15. Check 15.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to wind up into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
I can't believe they even let you play. My game.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, it's caught, block it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They run with Breida, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a give coming right is Breida. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Now a give running left is Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now Minshew. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
You ain't doing nothing today. Watch the safety creep.
Protein spill.
On 4th down, Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So we were looking. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone doesn't.
And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, G.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's a screen to Richard. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, 49ers.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
Let's go.
Back.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.